There we go.
First clap will still do.
Yeah, I know.
I reckon we just start again. That's 2 minutes. And you won't have to
No. It's
Doesn't
fine. We
matter.
can edit that out. We can edit that out.
Easier than
All right.
reporting two things. All right, here she goes.
Playing footy with the boys, taking a mark, playing footy with the boys, having a laugh, playing footy with the boys, getting on the sauce, playing footy with the boys till it gets dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. It's Barely Touched Him, episode 1 of this brand new footy podcast. My name is Benry. I am here with Corey.
Hello.
He said hello. And Joel.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Oh, I'm
be
great, mate. How are you boys?
Very good, very relaxed.
Yeah, it's finally here,
It
episode
is.
1. Big thanks, by the way, to the band Dennis Cometti for the opening tune there, Footy with the Boys.
Very good.
It is
very
a banger. Thank you, Corey, for cutting up that intro with the Jim Ross sound effects as well on commentary. Very, very cool. So, this is episode 1. The podcast is Barely Touched Him. Joel's come up with that name as well. Thank you, Joel.
Not a problem.
And it is a footy podcast first and foremost. We're going to be 70% football, I think. We've come to that ratio.
It's a good ratio, I think.
30%, whatever the hell we come out with next. And we're going to start things off with just a how was your day? How did you all go today? We're here now.
Well, not too bad. I'm very relaxed. I've actually been away for a few days and didn't get to watch any sports at all. Haven't been really across
You've been
anything.
camping, haven't
We've
you?
been camping.
Yeah.
We thought you went missing.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We actually did.
A lot
yeah.
of people did. I didn't tell anyone that I was going to be going that long. We didn't know we were going to be going that
But
long.
to be fair, that was never normally
But,
an issue with you.
My missus was getting a bit fed up with the antics, so I was bled dry for sports. I invented a leaf and stick sailing league. which
So
was
you
just
were
me.
near a water source to do this.
Yeah, there was a
Yep.
creek. I built a few sailboats. I was racing them, betting against myself. Yeah, it was a good.
Did you win?
Of course I did.
Yeah, he's the house. He's the house.
Always a long odds, eh?
It was a 12-leg multi on each of these little sailboats. Oh, brilliant. So you might know me if you're listening to this podcast. You might be tuning in because I've been pumping it on the TikTok. You might have seen or followed me and seen me talking shit about footy on
Give your
TikTok.
TikTok a plug, mate.
Yeah, but Benry in the booth on TikTok, up to 82,000 followers.
You got a TikTok?
I have a TikTok. Apparently, it's doing quite well.
I've never seen it.
Kane Corns follows me. So there's that. We're close personal friends.
That's right.
But let's intro to my lovely boys here. Corey first.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, there's not much to tell. Just a boy.
Come on.
Love the footy. Love the boys.
Yeah. Who do you go for?
The Pies.
That's
The
bloody
Mighty
right.
Pies.
Yes,
the Mighty
yes.
Pies always have done. My grandparents are from the region. Never been there.
Yeah. You've never made the Collingwood pilgrimage.
No, I haven't. Just too poor.
Yeah.
Flights to Melbourne. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Outrageous.
Lovely intro there,
Yeah.
mate. Joel, how about you? Tell us a bit about yourself. Give us a blurb.
Bit of blurb. I'm a die-hard Saints supporter.
And we're very sorry.
Yeah.
We're very, very
I do
sorry.
apologise.
So I think, from a young age, Mum, I think, was trying to dress me in, Eagles gear with the rest of the family, and I had a cousin that supported the Saints, and just true rebellious little kid, just didn't want to follow the rest of them. Jumped on board with him, and looked at the track he's left me down.
Yeah, it's
It's
been a
all
tough
been
life.
downhill,
It's
yeah.
been a tough life. I had a similar upbringing. All my family goes for the Eagles. I went for the Eagles up until about the age of 11, and then I went, you know what? Stuff this. I want to be my own man. I want to be my own boy. And I want to pick the team that everybody hates. I like the fact that they're working class, the Pies.
it's an odd choice for such a lovable man.
I know. I just wanted to be a little contrarian, even at age 11. And I also fucking loved Eddie Maguire. I was a big Who Wants to Be a Millionaire fan. Loved Nathan Buckley. Was a big fan of the Rocker Boys as well. And
Love the Rockers.
I just didn't like the fact that I didn't get to choose my team. And now here we are, and
You can
2018.
have one change, I think. You're allowed to change your team once.
Yeah, and I think you've got to be quite young. The older
gotta
you
be
are
young.
when you switch teams, it's
You've gotta
very
be-
sus.
You've got to be young.
Like imagine someone our age switching football
Yeah,
teams.
well, I there's a fella that I don't so much associate with anymore. Bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And
because he switched football teams.
well,
Do I know this bloke?
no, you don't.
Oh,
know.
okay.
But he was a diehard Dockers supporter, and the doctors were going quite badly. Or not badly, just very average.
Yep.
And he made the jump. Sold all of his merch, everything, became an Eagles member.
That's okay. I can't condone that.
And everyone, we were
How
all
old
like,
was he?
He's 30.
He was
That's
30 when he made the
this is
switch.
last- this is
psycho.
last year.
That
Okay,
is
nah.
absolutely
And
psycho.
as a comeuppance, the Eagles had their worst season in history.
It was because of him.
And
It was because of him.
and
That is-
I found it quite funny.
At 30. And not only like switching teams is one thing, but switching teams to like a rival team in your own state is
It was out there.
reprehensible.
It was out there.
He should be institutionalized.
It was out there.
Anyway, that's our intro. That's who we are. And now we're going to introduce the flagship segment. What I'm trying to make the flagship segment of this podcast. What's going to make us different? You know, there's a lot of footy podcasts out there. This segment is what's going to make us different. I've lost my fucking page. It is Adopt Your Boy. And we will eventually have theme music. But we have applause today, and we're going to hopefully incorporate the song Boys, Boys, Boys by Sabrina,
Yes.
which is Boys, Boys, Boys,
Yes.
I'm looking for a good time.
A
Boys, boys,
non-copyright
boys.
strikeable
Yeah, well, it's
version.
coverable. It's within
Yes.
the realm of public domain. But Adopt Your Boy is
Yes.
we pick an AFL player to adopt as our boy, much like it sounds. Now, what is a boy? It's a player that is underrated, that is not going to get a lot of media attention. There are rules for it, which we will go through right now. The boy criteria, and I should say I didn't come up with the context, the concept of the boy. It's from a podcast called OSW Review. They do it with pro wrestling. So they are a bunch of Irish guys that review old WWF and WCW wrestling pay-per-views. They like to pick a shit wrestler and support him in everything he does. You know, like William Regal is a boy. Santino Marella is a boy.
Never heard of them.
Well, you should watch them. They're great. But they can't have won the title. They can't have ever had the big
Right.
adulation. You know, John Cena, not a boy.
Not a boy.
I've taken this and recontextualized
He's in
this
movies.
for AFL. He can't be a boy. He's too good.
But
and
just to be clear, our boys aren't shit because we're
no.
taking them with the win. Yeah.
They're our beautiful boys.
They are our
They could
beautiful
never
boys.
be shit. And that's the thing here. This is to lift these boys up and give them the recognition that they deserve. So we're going to go through the criteria.
Yes.
We've all picked our boys. We don't know who we've each selected. We're going to reveal them in photo frames, which we've printed out.
Yes.
We've gone to Kmart and printed out these things. This is the effort.
But you went to Kmart as well?
I went to Kmart. Actually, Nadia did it for me, but I was there, and we've printed out our boys, and we're going to go through the criteria first. So, criteria for being a boy. Rule number 1, your boy cannot play for your AFL team.
Yep, that's a given.
So this gives you a reason to watch a game that you might not usually watch during the week. So we can't pick Pies, Joel can't pick Saints. Rule the 2nd, he must be 25 years old or under at the start of this AFL season.
The 25 or over, that'd make you a man, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
We're not
And
looking for a man.
we're a bit over 25 now. I mean, I'm 28. What are you, 30, Corey?
26.
20. No, anywhere between 26 and 45 years old. And Joel, how old are you?
Oh, 24 next week.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
he's a boy.
He's not. Anyway,
I rescind my choice. I'm going to pick Joel. He's my
I
boy.
am dead set.
Rule number 3. He cannot have won any individual award like All-Australian Team Selection, Rising Star, Best and Fairest, certainly not a fucking Brownlow, etc. Rule number 4, cannot be a media darling. Now, this means if they fit the other criteria, but they're getting in the news all the time for how hot shit they are, they're getting 30 touches a week, they're not eligible. And rule number 5, they cannot be in the leadership group. So no captains, no vice captains. Examples of an ineligible boy that you might think you want to pick for this, because we do encourage viewers.
Yes.
You should pick your own boy.
Yep.
You need to adopt your own boy.
And we would love to hear from you as
Yeah,
well.
send it in. We'll give you the contact details to email us and then tell us about your boy and why you've picked him. But these are people who are ineligible. Bailey Smith, not a boy.
Well, he's got an underwear contract.
You can't be that hot and be a boy.
No.
It's not true. Chad Warner, not a boy.
Mm.
Not a boy. Ineligible. Sam Draper, not a boy.
Not a boy.
No.
Too much of a cult figure. Every time he's kicked a goal of the year nearly, didn't he? Did he get goal of the year for that?
He's got T-shirts
I
with his
think
face
he
on
did
it.
get. Did he get?
Yeah, he got nominated for
Yeah.
it. Either way, he's a cult figure with a mullet. Everyone loves him. Not a boy. Examples of eligible boys. Hugo Ralph Smith from
Okay.
the Tigers. Very big boy candidate.
Funny name also, which is a plus.
Yeah, funny name is a plus for the boy.
Rude head's also a plus.
Yes. Hey. It's a face his mother loves, I'm sure. We love him too. No one has a rude head. Bailey Williams from the Eagles, huge boy.
Yep.
And Ed Richards from the Doggies.
Ed Richards.
He's a massive boy.
Helps if he's a ginger. If someone is a ginger, immediate tip.
Even a ridiculous haircut.
He's
Works
had
perfect.
a big few years. I struggle to believe he's under 25.
I know. He's got that 32-year-old energy about him from the second he went into the league.
Yep.
You know? So here we go. We're going to reveal these boys
Okay.
here.
In what order? Are you going to go first?
I think we'll go from this way across. I'll go last.
Okay.
Joel, tell us a bit about your boy before you do the reveal, and you will show us the picture of your boy.
Yep.
I've actually written a whole page of notes, which is more of what I've done.
I love
All
this.
right. Don't read
uni.
the name first.
No. I'll do this right. So we love an underdog story.
We do.
We do.
Always have. Everyone
do.
always has. Pick 48 in this year's draft.
This year's draft, so he
This
hasn't played a
year's?
game yet.
Nah,
I love you backing him in.
I'm backing him in.
And another thing for this, boys, also, you are expected to watch your boy every week. If our boy doesn't get a game,
We're watching
like
the
if your
VFL.
boy, well, you're watching the VFL.
Or
you're
the Country Footy League.
You're
We'll see where
watching
it
the
ends
Country
up.
Footy League. Oh, Corey's got the frame out already. You will watch your boy, and we will check in on him each week. Go on, Joel. Go on.
So he never actually played any VFL footy.
Okay.
Okay.
He also is 23.
Oh.
Actually, no, it's weird. He's listed as 23 on the Collingwood website.
So he's
He
a Pies player.
plays for
I know who this is.
Collingwood.
I know who
But
this
get
is.
this. I've searched his date of birth. He's actually 22. So the Collingwood
Okay.
media department can
So they
Sort themselves out.
This is a message to you, Pies Media Department. They follow me on TikTok. You need to get this sorted. You've got a player's age wrong.
So his age is wrong, and
He's got
was
his
in
date of
this. He
birth,
was in
though.
this year's draft, and he's 22.
He's technically 22. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Well,
So-
he's within the criteria of the age range.
I'm liking
He
it
was
so
one of the
far.
oldest players in this year's draft.
Yeah, and we love a mature age draft pick. We do.
He's from Wangaratta, about 3 hours out
The
of
Wang.
Yeah, 3
Love
hours
the
out
Wang.
of Melbourne.
The Wang.
Yes.
I kissed a girl from there once.
Did you?
How was it?
Bad.
Oh no. Well, you can't wang them all. Go on, Joel.
All right, so
Dear
back in
Lord.
2017 was his draft year. Playing for the Murray Bushrangers, didn't get drafted, went back to the Country League,
Yeah.
Wangaratta, won a flag.
Yep.
Good on
Oh,
him.
okay.
2018, 2019, couple of BNFs.
Oh, good. Well done. He's on.
Runner-up premiership player as well,
Yeah,
both
well.
those years.
He's on a good track here.
He was looking to get into the VFL in 2020, but COVID hit, screwed him over.
Position?
Of course.
Position?
Of course.
Mid-forward.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Got to 2020, it was coached by, 2022, sorry, coached by Ben Reid.
Ah, Benny Reid. All right. Okay. So, Collingwood heritage here. Yes,
Yeah.
I like it.
And they won the flag down there at the Wangaratta Magpies.
Yep. So there's a Magpies theme with this boy here.
He
I'm
also
really
won the
liking
BNF
this.
I'm
as
liking
well.
this. I didn't
Yeah.
suspect that you'd go for a pie.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Oh, I didn't know how I felt about it either.
Loving it.
29 goals in 11 games. Explosive, undersized mid-forward who hits the scoreboard and works hard. Very clean hands. And is also a teacher's aide at a specialist school.
Yep, love this.
So he's already a good story. Like, this sounds like a good bloke.
And when you have a real job before going to play AFL football, you get life skills.
Exactly.
You know, you're not just told you're hot
Well, if
shit.
he's
You're getting
22,
drafted.
he's clearly been towing the line between real, inverted commas, real life and footy.
Yes.
So
He's
got
playing country
Show us
footy on
your
the
boy.
weekend.
Show us your boy.
Let's
Let's
have a look.
reveal it. Joel's
Who is
boy
it? Who is it?
is.
Joey Richards.
Oh, show it to the camera up there, Joel. There's Joey. He's so beautiful. I love the applause sound effect. I'll go. There's Joe Richards. Collingwood.
looks like
His
a boy.
age is wrong, but God, he's a handsome young man. That's your boy for the season. We've
Joe
got
Richards.
Collingwood representation in the boys.
I love
You've
it.
got to watch him every week because I've been following the practice games.
He could play round one.
I don't think he's going to play
Well,
round one.
Ginnivan's out.
Yeah, well, I think Bobby Hill slots in for Ginnivan, but we'll get into that.
tough.
Corey,
He's my boy, right?
give us the boy pitch. That
All right.
Joel's is a good start. This is a very
My
good start.
boy is 21. He's played 30 senior games.
Okay,
In
all right.
3 seasons. He had 9 last year, but 16 in 2021.
All right, okay.
His averages over the 3 years: 10 disposals,
Oh.
6 kicks, 5 handballs.
That's
a
boy
game.
territory.
So,
Very big boy
it's
territory.
not great.
Yeah.
It's below average.
This is what I was looking for.
He's a youngster.
Yeah.
He's a youngster.
Yeah. Room to grow.
He plays for a team with a lot of room to grow that's on the precipice of perhaps breaking the 8. From Gippsland, where my missus is from.
Yep.
Under 18s, captained it. He's a mid forward, 183 centimetres.
Yep.
82 kilos. It is Sam Flanders.
Oh, Flanders! Oh, look at the pic of Sammy Flanders. Go to the front camera, Corey. There's Sammy Flanders.
Yep.
Corey's boy.
Not bad.
What a pic.
Not bad.
Not bad. That's a good action shot as well.
He's going to have a breakout year, I think.
Yep, I love that.
He's gonna have a
I love
breakout
that.
year.
16 games in a season is pretty good.
With Rankin gone, did Rankin not go to
Rankin went to Adelaide. Yeah, Rankin went to Adelaide.
Room
See,
for
I've got to
him.
get my boy's stats up here because I don't have his height and weight. So I'm going to give him the business you boys have given him. So my boy, I'm going to get my frame ready. My boy
Here we go.
was picked up in the mid-season draft last year
Yes.
by a South Australian team. He has been described as the best kick at the club since coming there. He played nearly every game after that mid-season draft, yet I haven't met anyone who knows who he is, that doesn't go for the Adelaide Crows. Flies under the radar. He only averages about 12 or 13 touches a game.
Okay.
And you look at a photo of him, and this is not me saying he's not a handsome young man, but he looks 12 years old.
Right.
He does. So
love that.
that's immediate tick for Boydum. He's a young stud. This year, I'll try find his stats here. Statistics, player bio, date of birth, 4th of March 2002. So he wasn't even born during 9/11.
Jesus.
That is very, very upsetting to me. My boy is Patrick Parnell of the Adelaide Crows.
That's a child.
Patty, look, we
He
love you,
looks
Patty.
younger than me.
Patty,
not
I
a-
love you, but you look very young. You look
is
very,
a-
very young.
That is.
He's just a boy. He's just a boy. Patty, I've adopted you.
That is a small boy.
You're welcome on the pod anytime. He is a small defender. So he plays in the back line, loves a run and carry, loves a 1-2 handball
that.
receive.
I like
He's
that.
a beautiful kick of the football. And Patrick Parnell is our boy. So let's recap it. We've got Joe Richards
Yep.
Sam Flanders.
and Patrick Parnell. We will be checking in on these boys
Yes.
every week, no matter what division of football they're playing in, whether it's Paddy's in the Sandful, whether Flanders is in the Kneeful, or whether Joe Richards is playing in the twos in the VFL. And we will check on our boys. We will check on our boys. If heaven forbid, one of the boys gets injured, or they, it's round 3 and they do their ACL, touch wood, we would never wish this on anyone. We will allow a backup boy pick, but it would have to be in very special circumstances. Other than that, we're locked in, we're committed. We signed the adoption papers. He's moved into our house. We have our boys. I'm so excited. All right, next segment. We have got the AFL season predictions. We're actually going to get into proper footy chat here. So we're going to go with Premiers, Brownlow, Coleman, Spoon.
Yes.
What team finishes 9th?
Yes.
Which is always a funny outcome because
think
you can guarantee it's going to be
is
on.
almost the most important prediction at this point.
It is.
In terms of entertainment value.
Oh, it's always hilarious when a
Yes.
funny team misses finals on
Yeah,
percentage.
like Carlton.
Yes, like Carlton. Rising star, and I've chucked a bonus one in. Do you think a coach will be sacked, and if so, who? Yes. So we're going to start with, I think we'll keep the order going here of Joel across to Mui. AFL season predictions, your premiers, and why. Defend your pick.
The Cats.
Okay.
They're just too good.
Back
I
to
just-
back.
Mind you, it could be very even. I just don't know who's going to go above them.
No, you've got to back your pick in here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, sell it to me. Sell it to me.
Sell it.
Yeah.
So close.
Go on, Joel. Go on. We're a football podcast.
They're only missing Selwood. Selwood was old. He was getting there.
Yep.
Someone's going to come in and replace his spot, but the whole rest of the team's the same.
Yeah, they're fucking
You saw
good.
what they did against Sydney. They flogged them.
It was a pantsing.
So
it was.
I back him in.
Yep. All right.
Double
Okay.
down,
July,
chuck him
yep.
in the multi.
So that's the safest pick of all time. The current premiers to go back to back. Corey, give me something interesting.
Well, I don't know about interesting given the jersey you're wearing, but pies.
There
for
we go,
Premier-
the flag.
Pies for Premier.
Get in, yes. Well, I love it. Sell it to me.
Well, what's there to sell?
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
sold.
Did you watch last year? It was good.
It was pretty damn good.
It was
wasn't
great.
Yes.
It was great. We got all the bandwagoners on, and I mean, even during that abysmal grand final, non-Pies fans, wow, this would have been a better game if the Pies won, wouldn't it?
I was at a grand final party with a lot
I
of
was
people
even
there.
cheering you guys on
Yeah.
come the finals.
Yeah.
People were saying that. Everyone,
Which was weird.
The amount of people
It was
that
weird.
It
It was
gave me
weird,
a sympathetic
considering-
ear saying, I really like the Pies this year, who had been just roasting us for years and years.
Decades.
And now we're likeable. We're
Yeah.
a likeable team.
Likeable
I wouldn't go that far,
Yeah.
but we'll back
now.
there, yeah.
We're a likeable team. All right.
But if you look deeper into it, like the list is the same list as last year. There's no reason why they can't be better.
Yeah, we have lost Grundy, but
Plus
we've
Grundy, but
gained
how much
Mitchell.
How much did Grundy play last year?
None. Darcy
Exactly.
Cameron
Exactly.
tore it up in the
Exactly.
ruck. Absolutely tore it up. Look, I like it. I think we could absolutely do it, but it's going to be tight at the top. It's going to be
course.
very tight at the top of
course
this
it'll be
ladder.
tight.
But
Well, every
yeah.
team is apparently going to make the eight.
Oh, they're training the house down,
Yeah.
Joel. They're all
Every
training the
team
house
can
down.
make it.
Except for the Saints.
Except
Here we go.
my pick for the premiership is it's a very chaotic and evil pick. But the more I think about it, the more I think the Richmond dynasty is not over. I think Richmond are going to come charging into the top of the ladder, win the minor premiership and the premiership.
Big old angry dimmer.
Yeah, they're going to go, angry Dimmer. Yet no one gives a spray, I'll say, like Dimmer. Even though Ross the boss is back in town.
Hey.
Dimmer,
cover that.
I don't know if you guys watch Making Their Mark, the Amazon Prime doco, on the
Yeah.
over. That you had really good insight of audio and video of Dimmer sprays because one of the clubs they
He
follow
needs a
is
Valium.
Richmond. That man,
Or at least a prescription.
that man
needs a
is
beer.
he doesn't. Well, apparently he's all into the medicinal cannabis.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's
have
a big-
heard
he
that.
needs
He's
it, eh?
a big medicinal weed guy.
I have
so,
heard that.
Yeah, hopefully
I
it
think he
helps
had a
him
back issue or
decompress.
something that that was the gateway. But
look.
yeah, big into it.
Hey, we've all got a back issue sometimes, don't we? Either way, I think Richmond are going to go flying to start the season.
Where did they end up?
They ended up like 8th. They finished like
Yeah, that's
8th
what
or
I
7th.
I thought
yeah.
they slid a little bit just
They were
towards
bottom
the
half of the
end.
8th. I think Doggies were 8th and Richmond was 7th,
Right.
if I remember correctly.
Well,
But
they could.
I think their list is just freakishly good.
Yep.
Their backs, their mids, their forwards.
They need Tom Lynch to stay fit.
Yeah.
If he can stay fit for 20 odd games,
The man is a freak of a forward. And also, coaching. They've got, I think, the best coach in the AFL. And there's no reason to think they won't shoot up after getting an easier
You're
draw.
forgetting about the boss.
Ross
Fly,
Lyon?
yeah. Ross the boss. Yeah, Ross the boss. The best coach in the AFL apart from Ross. Okay, so that's my Premier's prediction. So we've got Geelong, we've got Pies,
Pies.
we've got Richmond. I hope Corey is correct. Next up, Brownlow. Who do you
Brownlow.
think is going to win the Brownlow? Joel.
I reckon we just combine Brownlow and Coleman.
Yep.
Yep.
Go
Yeah,
on.
okay, yeah, Brownlow and Coleman together. Yep.
All right, so Brownlow, I think Cripper.
Yep. Back to back. You've picked the Premiers back to back, and you've picked the Brownlow
Nice
back
easy
to
picks,
back.
eh? I mean, if you look at it, Sam Walsh is out injured for however long they think it's going to be.
Yep. Yep.
Cripps is just going to rack up votes early.
He is. He is.
Who's taking votes off him?
It's a good sales pitch. They're gonna have to win games. They're gonna have to win games
They
early.
will have to, and look, we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
They finished 9th and he still won it. So
Yep.
you know,
Look,
it's doable.
I can see it happening. I can see it
It's,
happening.
it's possible, yeah, back to back. Lynch to win the Coleman.
Lynch to win the Coleman. Yep.
Needs to
Look,
stay fit,
okay.
but of course,
yeah.
he can do
Have
it.
we all picked Lynch for the Coleman? Because I've picked Lynch for the Coleman.
I don't want to because
Have you actually picked someone? Have you written notes on this?
I really don't like Tom Lynch.
Yeah. Look, it's.
That's Corey's
you
way
like
of
Tom
saying he
Lynch?
hasn't written
I
notes.
like watching him play. I like watching him play.
Can't stand
but
him.
we don't know him. We
His
don't
face-
know him.
His face.
He does have a punchable
It's
face.
bad.
He
But that's like Tom Hawkins. Tom Hawkins comes across as that bloke
Tom
that you
Hawkins'
just...
face is not
But
any
let's
better.
be honest here. We say that we don't like Tom Lynch, but let's be honest.
For the sake of this podcast, we love him.
We love him for the podcast. We'll have you on, Tom. But all key forwards are
Yes.
dickheads.
Yes.
Let's get that
Unless
out
they
on the
come
table
on the
right away.
podcast, and then
Perhaps a
it's fine.
sweeter.
Look, if a key forward doesn't seem like a dickhead, it's an act. It's an act that they have been crafting, a facade that they've been crafting for the world because they know that everyone's going to hate them because they're a key forward and their true personality is a selfish prick. This is the key defender in me talking, but
like we said, any key forward that wants to come on this podcast,
we'll have you. We'll have you.
Yep.
But
Great
prepare
bloke.
for a therapy session.
They'll be lining up.
I'm going to dig into their brains and be like, so why are you such an asshole? Why do you think you didn't become a key defender? Why? Yeah. Either way, I'm predicting Lynch for the Coleman as well.
I didn't get my Brownlow pick in
Yeah,
there.
go on.
I'll go the big bad Took Miller.
Yeah, very safe.
you know he's injured to start the season.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Is he going to miss rounds?
I believe so.
I haven't seen anything about that, but
I read
I'm
something this
basing
morning.
that prediction purely off the preseason training photos that
Oh,
came
he
out.
looks huge.
Rig, absolute guns on him. I am going to predict Clayton Oliver.
Clayton.
I think Clayton Oliver. He does have the
He's going to
problem.
suffer from losing votes to his
Petrarca,
mate.
Petrarca is often the one that takes
Yeah.
votes off him.
And
I
sunburn
think,
because he is so white.
yeah, he is. I think
Pasty skin of his.
this is the year where Oliver is going to cement himself as the best or top 3 midfielders in the comp.
Yep.
I think he's already been that for the last 5 years, but now that Melbourne have come off a prelim loss, they're going to be hungry. He's going to be racking up 35 a game,
You don't
and
think,
they're
you
going to
don't
be getting
think
wins.
your boy Titch could get in?
Yeah, Titch, if any Collingwood player is going to win it, it's Tom Mitchell. But I think Dacos is going to pinch some votes off of him and they'll go back and forth and be our 2 highest vote getters.
Hot take, Dacos will get more votes than Tom Mitchell.
Yeah, I'll bet
surprised.
you on that. I reckon Tom Mitchell will get more. $20?
$20.
$20. All right,
I
cool.
still owe $50 to you from
That's only from
that
the,
semi-final, remember?
Right.
What did you bet on?
I can't even remember.
Dacos the over-unders, I think.
What, Dacres over-unders?
Yeah, I think we're going over-unders.
It was an
And it was like,
over-under.
You did an over-under bet with a handshake. Oh. Degenerate behaviour.
I am a
love
degenerate,
it. I
but
love
I
it.
won.
Yeah, it doesn't matter then. It doesn't
I think it was
matter.
by 1.
The only
So
reason,
it was
the only
real
reason
close.
I'm picking Mitchell to beat Dacos in the Brownlow is because Mitchell's going to be at more centre bounces. So I
Correct.
think he's going to get more touches.
He'll be an absolute
and that's
king
going.
with
That's where you
touches,
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where you win the
where you
votes.
win.
It's where you win the votes. No, good picks all round. Joel, you're going to start us off with the next round of predictions, the wooden spoon.
Wooden spooners. Alrighty, I reckon the Hawks.
Yeah, okay.
I think they've just lost too many players. Yeah, Mitchell's a good coach, but they have just gutted the club. They knew what they were doing.
I think their play style's too good for the wooden spoon. The rebounding defence is too good. Too good. for
Okay,
the
well,
wooden
you
spoon.
tell me who you think would be the wooden spooners then.
Yeah, give it a counter prediction.
Jump in here.
Oh, it'd have to be North.
Yep.
It'd
Safe.
Clarko's too
have to
good.
be North.
Clarko's too good.
No,
He'll
he's
pinch-
not good enough for that.
Yeah, there's both lists of Hawthorn and
Do
North.
you want to do a
I mean,
handshake bet on this one?
We're going. It's Bet City. We're not sponsored
20.
by a betting agency. I swear
But
to
we
God.
can be.
We can be if the price is right. My prediction for the wooden spoon is the GWS Giants. I think they're going. I think they're going to bottom out this season. New coach. They've just lost a lot of talent again. It seems an exodus from GWS after a bad season is very normal these days.
Yep.
They've lost Taranto. They've lost Hopper. They've got a new captain in Toby Green.
And he won't be there
Who
for
knows how
half
Toby
the season.
Green's going to go as captain?
Jeez, you might have something there. I hadn't even considered GWS for that,
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
I
they
think
could
it's
be
like it's for them to win a spoon at this stage is fine.
have the Giants ever finished below the Suns?
Yeah, they must
Yeah.
have. Their
Have they?
first season they would have, but I'd have to check.
Even their
Yeah.
second season, I'd say they would
yeah.
have.
But they have been up there. They've made prelims.
Look, they had a shot at it. They had their run,
Yeah.
and they very much could have won a flag.
Yep, it's just one of those things. I think this is now the time where the list bottoms out with results, and feasibly, if the rebuild's done right, they could get a few more wins next season and not be the spoon. But it's going to be a long time coming. It's going to be a process. I'm going GWS.
It'd be tough
Next
for
up-
those 3 or 4 GWS supporters out there.
I know. Oh god. Do you know a GWS supporter? Do you know one?
No.
My uncle goes for GWS.
Why?
He used to go for Sydney, and then he actually moved to
Okay,
Canberra.
yeah.
So then, like living in Canberra.
Weird.
No, he's lived in Canberra. He's lived in Sydney. But yes, he goes for GWS.
Strange.
Only one I've ever met. Only one
Strange.
I've ever met.
Yeah, I've never met one.
Next, who's going to finish ninth?
This is the one I'm
This
the most
is the
interested
real.
in.
This
Yeah.
is the money shot,
Yeah.
Joel.
Hit us, Joel.
Alrighty, so I've narrowed it down to 3, which is pretty hard to pick from.
You got to pick one. You got to pick one.
Gotta pick one.
No
Gotta pick
worries.
one.
You got to pick one.
Freo.
Oh,
I
That'd be
think-
heartbreaking.
No.
You got
love
okay.
Freo.
No. Listen. They've lost so many players that were in their best 22.
Yes.
They're only a few injuries away from having, a fair chunk of that team out.
Yep.
What they had last year. I reckon they're just going to have a little dip this year.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
a big dip going to 9th though.
There's
That's
a
big
lot
dip.
of teams around that market could sneak in. So it's
Yep.
not like they're, taking a dip and going completely shit, but
Yep.
it could just be just enough of a dip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, I can see it happening,
I
but
cannot.
yeah, I don't want it to happen. I want Freo to
There's
stay.
2
in the
other
eight.
clubs I think could, but I'll wait for you guys to give your predictions.
Yeah.
Right. Well, my prediction for 9th, I had it between 2, and it will definitely be St Kilda.
Oh,
For sure.
give us the pitch, Corey. Give us the pitch.
I mean, look at them. No, but seriously, just off the start of the season, it hasn't even started yet, and they've already lost
The
everything.
entire forward line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything that got them to 9th. Where'd they finish? 10th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it 10th or was it 11th? It was,
Yeah, everything that
No, 10th, I think.
It was 10th,
everything
all right.
that scraped them to the position that they got to.
But they didn't have Ross back then.
See, that's why I'm giving you 2 spots.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Back up to
Yeah,
9th.
okay,
Ross the Boss is worth a couple of spots.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's actually only one spot
Yeah,
from 10 to 9.
I don't.
We'll
care.
take
I
8th.
don't care.
Quick maths. All right, yeah, look, I can see St Kilda happening more than I can see Freo happening. But my
Yeah,
prediction
100%.
is neither of these teams. I'm going with Essendon.
Oh,
Essington will finish 9th this
I
season.
can see that.
And it will be in heartbreaking fashion. It's going to be the Carlton of last year, basically.
I'd love to see that.
In Essington form. So
Yep,
they're
I like
going
that.
to, I reckon they're going to
Yeah,
have a
nail-biter.
great start to the year. They'll get like 4 on the trot.
Yep.
Then they're going to get a couple of injuries.
Yeah,
And
they
then
tend
it's-
to look good.
Yeah, they do tend to look good.
Essendon tends to look good,
It's-
and then
They are a May. They always look good in May team.
Yep.
They will. But come May, we're going to be talking about Essendon are flag contenders. They've got Scott coaching. This is going to be fucking brilliant. It's
He's
going
a
to
great
bottom out.
coaching choice,
It's
though.
going to go tits up, and they're going to finish 9th, and there's going to be tears on the final round of the season because they're going to miss by 0.5 of a percentage, and it's going to be classic Essington.
Love it.
You love to see it. And the last prediction.
Hang on. Who was your other options to finish 9th?
Oh,
Carlton.
Saints. Oh. Gold Coast, I think, could finish 9th, but I think they
I
might
had the
make
Doggies
the
and
8.
Port.
Yeah, Port, I think, will be up there. I think Port are going to get back into the 8.
I think Port will be up there. Doggies, you might be on. Doggies will be around.
Yeah, could be.
Around
could
there.
be. And final little bonus prediction. Do you have a coach you think will be sacked?
What,
Ross the Boss.
mid-season or at the end?
Immediately. Round 3. Joel, is any coach going to get sacked?
What, mid-season or at the end?
Anytime.
Questions
Simpson.
without notice, yeah.
I've got Adam Simpson.
Adam Simpson.
I've got Adam Simpson.
There was a bit of hubbub around.
Yeah, you guys answer first.
the
'cause I don't
danger.
think-
Yeah, you gotta think about it.
The
Yeah,
danger
yeah.
of his position last year, and that mainly got swatted away with the problems that West Coast faced.
Yes.
But I mean, if their list is returned to somewhat what it's supposed to be, and they're still bad, then
He should be improving on the ladder this season.
Yeah.
With the list that Eagles have got, yes, they're aging. Yes, they've had a lot of injuries. They've got a lot of young players. They're going to be bleeding in, but
And he does suffer a lot of the same problem that Ross the Boss had at Freo, where the game style didn't evolve.
yeah,
He
that's
just gets
very true.
trapped.
That's very true. He kind of reminds me of Buckley's last couple of years at Collingwood. Which is ironic because they came up against each other and he beat Buckley. But I find that the Eagles haven't really adapted and modernised to a running, counter-attacking style of game, which you need. That is in vogue.
Which is also ironic because they were the ones that pioneered it in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, it was. They did and they didn't. But I get what you're saying.
Them and Port.
Yeah, they were a quick running team. That's to be sure. Anyway, those are the predictions for the team. We'll check back on these in like the middle of the season and
Actually,
then to the end.
have a look.
before we skip that, Ken
Yeah.
Dinkley.
Oh, you think Ken Hinkley will get the sack? Yeah, I can.
Ken.
If they go tits up early, yeah,
They're
I
gone.
can
He's
see that
gone.
happening. Yeah,
But
good
I
cook.
think the parameters on Ken is different to everyone else because everyone else you got to make finals. Ken's got to
Win a flag.
Win a
Ken
flag.
has to win a flag. Yeah.
it's- It's that or
I think
nothing.
that's a really good prediction, Joel. I think Ken could get the sack because the standards are fucking. You got to be on.
You can't
gotta
get
be
that
on
close
immediately.
so many times.
All right, next up, we're going seamlessly into the segment talking about St Kilda and how they're a bit shit. Is Joel okay?
Joel
Is the
okay?
name of this segment. Is Joel okay? Corey says he's going to eventually do some a cappella theme song music for this segment.
Correct.
But for the moment, we're just going to go straight to you, Joel. Tell us about St Kilda. Is your mental state okay? The season hasn't started yet, so you've had very little time
That's
to...
the best time of the year for me.
Yeah, it's like Christmas, you know? The possibilities are endless. You haven't opened the prezzies yet.
No.
What have you got wrapped up there for us, Joel?
Well, let's just look at what's happened in the off season. We got Ross back. That's everything.
You do.
That's just like getting.
You're very bullish on
That's
Ross.
like getting a 7-year-old getting a bike for Christmas. It's all you've wanted, and you've got him back.
Yep.
We've got Lenny Hayes back at the club.
No, love Lenny.
Robert Harvey, which Harvey can say anything, and it's gospel.
Yeah, he's a good orator, and former Pies assistant coach Robert
Yeah.
Harvey did good when he had caretaker role, I think.
He could come out and say, "Oh, King's out for the season," but it comes from him, and you're like, "Oh, but that's okay."
That's the correct decision.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So what is Ross going to do?
Yeah, what, yeah.
Ross is going to Ross.
What is the verb Ross? Tell us what that means. You have the floor. You have the
Again,
floor.
question without notice. Ross is he's going to demand respect.
Yep. Okay.
He's going to be that hard ass that keeps him in line, makes him really want to show up
Yep.
or basically piss off.
Now, who do you think needs a kick up the arse? Who does he need to give a spray to?
Well, Hunter
Particularly
Clark.
Hunter Clark.
No,
he
don't get
says.
me wrong.
Yeah, right.
I like Hunter Clark, but
Yep.
he was shopping himself around at the end there, looking at North.
Yep.
But
Oh,
Lenny
yeah, I
Hayes,
forgot about that. Yeah, yeah.
Lenny Hayes loves him. Mm-hmm. He's like his boy. So definitely, positive signs there with Lenny coming back.
Yep. Keep it going, Joel. Keep it going. I'm just getting a beer for Corey.
Yep, need one of those.
A couple of good young draft picks as well. Mateus Philippou.
I
He's
like
going to
him.
be a star.
I really like Mateus.
And those picks from last year, Owens and Winhager.
Machito. Is,
Machito.
he would have been a boy candidate for
I
one
had
of
a
us
look
if
at
we
him.
picked him. Yeah, I had a look at
Him
Machito.
and Winhager are going to be
Yeah.
absolute stars. They want to be there. They're working hard, and that's what Ross likes. Ross has always respected the players that will run through a brick wall for him.
Look, it was a giant media hubbub about Russ.
Yep.
It's going to be very interesting to see.
I'm on the train. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid. So if you're going to realistically predict how St Kilda are going to do this season, where do you think they're going to finish on the ladder? Can they go into the finals? What are your
Eighth.
thoughts? You think they're going to squeeze into the 8? Yep.
Delusional.
All right.
Yes, I'm just like giving it support.
And then how do they? So they'll get into an elimination final if they
Yes.
do this. So do you think they'll win that final?
It all depends on how the injuries are. Obviously, at the moment, half the forward line's out. But we
Yep.
can make do for the first 6
Max
weeks.
King's aiming for round 7.
Who's going to be the key forward?
Well, I've got a few options here.
Yeah, he's got them written down.
because
Yes.
most of the players are injured in the forward line. So we're missing out on
put my
King,
boy here.
Keeler, Jack Hayes, who was another option as well.
Sorry, I've just got to put my beautiful Patrick Parnell down here. I forgot to put him there. Have a look
Hang
at
on.
him.
If you're going to
Yes.
put that there, I'll just
Yeah,
put
we've got. Watch your beers, Corey.
fit that somewhere.
This
Corey.
is why I got the small Kmart frame, and
Yeah, but
these
size
boys have got the
matters,
big
all
ones.
right?
Sorry,
Size
who's
been
going
told.
to kick the goals, Joel? Who's going to kick the goals for St Kilda?
So I reckon the forward line for round 1 will consist of Owens, Membry, Sharman, Philippou, Higo, and Butler.
That's a very untested forward line.
It is,
Yeah.
but you got to think Membry's been there. and-
Untested and short.
Yeah, it is short. It is
What are you
short.
saying about short people, mate?
Well,
Mosquito
not
fleet.
good at-
they're not
just
great
not
at
good at being
contested
key
marks.
forward.
They're not good at contested marks, Joel.
Alrighty, and we've also got that young kid Caminti that signed after one training session.
Yeah, the hammer they call him.
Yeah, so
Yes.
basically he came off the
The
track.
hammer.
Hang on. Why do they call him the Hammer?
Because it's
Well.
no, I think it's a play on his name. What's his name?
Caminti.
Oh no,
That's nothing. Well, look, we all
not
have
a
our
penis
suspicions.
I don't know why they call him the hammer.
It's got to be. Let's just assume it's a penis thing.
Well, okay.
I hope
Look,
for him it is.
I'm not touching that hammer with a 30-foot hammer. Either way, Joel reckons 8th. He reckons they could win a final depending on how the injuries
Did you
are.
hear how he got signed?
The
No,
hammer?
he didn't.
The hammer, yeah. So basically, came off the track. They had a contract ready for him. Got him into the room. Just told him, "Hey, sign this piece of paper, mate. It's just so you can, do the SSP thing." He signed it.
That doesn't seem
No,
ethical.
they spoke to the manager and everything else. Basically, he signed this sheet of paper without reading it, so bit of a warning sign
Okay,
there.
all right, yeah, look.
Got into the meeting room, and Harbs goes, "Oh, by the way, Cominti's signed up the hammer."
Oh.
And then he's gone, "Oh, shit, maybe I should have read that." Signed to the Saints.
Well, a bit of entrapment, a bit of Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery. Oh, goodness
Deep cut.
me. Yeah,
Very,
very
very
deep
deep
cut. I haven't seen the film. I just know that they're in it. All right, next up, we're going to round it up with a bit of general footy news. Yes, it is the pre-season, or not technically the pre-season yet.
Yep.
It's the pre-season, but there's still footy news. We live in the 24-hour cycle where journos are going to get their story no matter what. And look, we've got to address the elephant in the room, I think.
If it's climbing over a toilet stall, they can do it.
Look, there is no gutter too low,
Or toilet door too high.
or no toilet door too high. Jack Ginnivan, who would be ineligible for boyhood because he's such a media darling and he's too well known and too
darling.
famous. Well, he's too famous. Like he's too famous to be a boy. But the Jack Ginnivan thing, busted for doing a line of something in a toilet cubicle.
Anti-inflammatories.
Look, didn't go the Wayne Carey defence. He owned up to it.
No, he
said,
owned it, which I am against.
He should have.
What, owning it?
Yes.
He should have
What was he
denied
going to
it.
say it was?
Anti-inflammatories.
Yeah. Well, you can't prove it
Mental
wasn't.
health.
Yeah, you can't prove it wasn't Panadol. Like
You cannot.
you can't. Either way, he had, from what I understand, 7 News had a little dealio with the Pies.
I saw this.
To say we've got the footage of him doing this,
Yep.
and we won't post it on the news. We won't
Yep.
do this if you give us an exclusive interview with
That was
Jack
smart
Ginnivan.
by them, though.
Smart and very dirty.
It's dirty, but like you understand it. Like
It was the best way that could have gone. If
yeah.
they released that without telling the Pies,
No,
it would
there's
have been a
no
mess.
benefit to be had from releasing that video apart from just like gutter journalism. Give us the clicks, and I'm glad they didn't release it because even though yes he fucked up and he got caught fucking up, there's still no one needs to be seeing that video. Like no one does. So
No, I mean, he was in from what I've read, he was in a public toilet cubicle and it's filmed over the top.
yeah, which is like
He was in the Torquay Hotel.
Sex
he was
pest
just out of the
behaviour
pub.
to be doing
Who
that.
puts a phone over the top of a cubicle?
that guy
sex
does.
offenders. That's who does it. Either way, it's not cool. You shouldn't be filming people. I can't believe I have to say this.
No.
You shouldn't be filming over the top of toilet cubicles. Us at Barely Touched Him do not endorse
No.
filming people over the top of toilet cubicles.
No.
Big no.
Nor do we endorse inhaling antihistamines or
course not.
anti-inflammatories.
Of course not. You
through
take
your
them
nose.
orally.
Yeah,
You take them orally.
Take it orally. Jack,
What else is happening in the news, boys? What else is happening?
Footy news?
Yeah, footy news.
A lot of new captains this week.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had the captains. Do you want to run us through them, Joel?
Yeah, we got Sicily for the Hawks.
Good pick.
Yeah, I like that one.
Toby Green for GWS.
Don't like that one.
Interesting pick.
Well, between
Yeah.
the two of them, how many games are they going to miss through suspension?
It's Sicily and Green. Like Sicily, I can see more because he's a defender, and defenders make better captains. But like Toby Green is a small forward / mid who
/ pest.
is a serial, like you want it to be your best and fairest player usually.
That's
Yes.
like getting Hayden Ballantyne to be a captain.
Yeah, it'd be
Well,
like getting.
he'd be a better pick. I
It'd
would
be
think.
like getting Alan
he wouldn't.
Didak to be a captain. Like,
That's more
you
accurate.
couldn't do it.
That's
You
it.
could.
That's
I
more
love Didak. I love Toby Green. It's not a feasible pick, but I hope he proves me wrong and he plays every game and doesn't get suspended because I fucking love watching Toby Green. He is a gun. Who else?
You got Zach Merritt at the Bombers.
Yep.
There was no really other
I like
option
that
there.
one, yeah.
Oh, you had Ridley. I thought Ridley might get it.
No.
Not if they
No.
wanted to keep Merritt.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's it was kind to put him in the race. So we're gonna pick out of you guys. It was always gonna be
It was always going to be Merritt. Merritt's he's a hell of a player. He's
and
a hell of a
Jordan
player.
Dawson as well for the Crows.
Interesting
Second year
one.
at the club.
Yeah, interesting
yeah.
one.
Says more about Adelaide.
I would have given it to Paddy Parnell, but that's just me. That's just me. Jordan's a good pick as well.
Do you reckon
I mean,
Parnell gets asked for ID a lot?
he'd have to.
I would ask him for ID if I saw him walking down the street.
You'd let him date your sister though.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely, you'd
He
let him
looks
date
wholesome.
your sister. Looks wholesome as
Or
he's-
brother. We're not judging.
Well, absolutely
Or brother.
not.
Or brother.
Absolutely not. I think it's Pride Week. Is it not Pride Week?
It is
It is
International
Pride,
Pride
Week.
Week.
absolutely in support of all that stuff.
Yeah.
What have we got next? What else? What other captain news have we got, Joel?
Darcy Moore, your boy.
Oh, of course.
I'll throw this one to you.
Tick,
Yeah, big tick, big tick.
huge tick.
Big
Great
tick,
pick.
big tick.
The correct decision.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was him or Crisp.
Oh, I thought Maynard might have gotten the shout.
Yeah, but Maynard. Maynard maybe. I think Maynard may have been the keenest to
Yeah.
take
He
it.
was definitely the keenest.
I
Yeah.
think he could be captain after Moore.
Yeah.
I don't know what their age difference is. If
Yeah.
if he's younger, that would work out with my plan in my head here. But I'm so happy with Moore.
Yeah, Moore's
he
good.
is an on-field leader. You
Yeah.
can tell by the way he operates.
love it,
and
love it.
legitimately one of the best key forwards in the comp. Sorry, key
Also-
defenders. Key defenders.
Also, from all of those names that you've listed and all the names of captains I can remember, he will be the tallest captain, surely.
Oh,
which will
he'd be up there.
intimidating at
Sicily's
the.
kind of tall, isn't he?
He's
Not
a
as,
big
not
unit.
as tall as Darcy.
Darcy's big.
surely.
Darcy's
Be
big.
intimidating at the coin flip, which
Yeah.
is a plus.
That makes all the difference. Yeah.
does.
Other football news. Tom Green is in love with Dua Lipa.
Oh, I saw
Have you
that.
seen this?
Saw that.
I
saw that.
I
A couple of
felt
good
for him.
photos being cropped up as well.
I really felt for him when this came out because what I believe happened was they were doing social media content for the club, as you do, where usually clubs will have the phone out recording it and they'll have the question underneath the phone, like who is, and this one was like, who's your celebrity crush? And they all come up to the phone and they just say it before training or whatever. And it's like usually these posts get not that much engagement off a TikTok or an Insta thing, just a bit of fun, gives the social media managers some content to make. So he said this, brief paragraph about Dua Lipa and about how much he's in love with her. He's like, Dua Lipa,
Loves
call me,
her.
I love you,
Call me
love you.
up.
What's wrong with that? And then the AFL and every other page
picks it
repost
up.
this poor kid.
I mean, it's slow news. When the
It was
season
an
hasn't started.
absolute slow news day, but he was copping it from all angles.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's Dua Lipa?
She's, Corey,
I don't know who Dua Lipa is. It's like Nicki Minaj.
I need you.
How's it going?
Starlet.
Are you okay?
Dude, it's the fucking one of her songs.
I thought you were having a fit.
She's a singer. She's a
Are you
pop singer.
okay?
She's a pop singer. She wouldn't be my celebrity
Is
crush,
she
but
attractive?
she's an attractive woman.
Right.
Yeah, she is an
Is
attractive
she known
woman.
for being attractive or for singing?
Both. Yeah,
Okay.
very, very much both.
Right.
But she's huge, very famous, and I can't believe you don't know who
Never
she
heard
is.
of her. Never heard of her.
Who's your celebrity crush?
my celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Anna de Armas.
Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah.
Is she Spanish? I don't even know.
She's not that good of an actress, though. I reckon. No, awful. Joel, who's your celebrity crush?
Again, on the spot.
Yeah, well, quick fire. Who you got?
Oh, Joanne Defay, the French surfer.
Oh, never heard of her. What? I have no doubt she's probably hot, but deep cut.
I was going to go on Mia Khalifa, so
Well, for me,
said celebrity.
she's gorgeous though.
mine's Kylie Minogue. Still,
Kylie?
absolutely.
Yeah, you
It's-
would.
You
You
have
would.
to. You have to.
You would.
Oh, actually, Delta on grand final
Oh,
day.
yeah, look,
Oh.
Delta does kill it. Delta
good.
does kill
That was
it.
gorgeous.
Back to football news. The French surfer. I can't believe you've whipped that out.
That was
What
very
other news
bizarre.
stories have you got for the table?
As far as AFL news,
Yes.
no, not much.
Practice games
Not
are back.
much.
Yeah, we've got practice games. They've been happening. I haven't watched any of them.
Oh, Thursday is the first one for the actual official ones, and then we
Watching
got
that.
the
Oh, yeah,
following
the actual
week.
preseason
be on
games.
that.
Yeah, and then pre-season game the week after. and then
I
we're-
miss real preseason, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, the Wizard Cup.
Wizard
The Wizard
Home Loans Cup. Oh,
Saints won one of them. That was great.
it was. Do you remember which year?
I would
Would have
to
been the
s-
2000s
I would like to
sometime,
see
I
a
think.
history
I
of
know
Wizard
Lenny
Cup.
Hayes looked stoked when he was holding up that
Yeah,
trophy.
yeah.
I would like to see a history of Wizard Cup winners and how they fared in the premiership.
That
They
would
used to get
be-
a fair bit of money from it, so that's when clubs back in the day.
Yeah, I think they should. I think you
yeah,
should
yeah,
have an
yeah.
incentive to do well in the
'cause
preseason
now,
cup.
Now it's
They don't matter.
Now you
it's
just
a
run
practice
rookies.
game. Like
Yeah.
it's literally like doesn't matter at all. I remember going to a Collingwood preseason game against Eagles, and
Subi.
it was it was at Subi. It was at Subi. And an actual fight broke out in the crowd.
Love
But
it.
there
Collingwood
was
supporters or what?
It was, it was a
presumptuous.
Collingwood supporter.
Very
There we go.
presumptuous.
But there was a guy there wearing an Essendon jersey to an Eagles and Collingwood game, and he was absolutely pissed, and he was sledging people.
What's the etiquette there?
You've got to be very courteous if you're doing it.
Yeah.
If it's a bit, you've got to be, you know.
I don't hate it.
I don't
It's
hate
just
it.
weird.
You've just got to take the piss
It is,
out of yourself.
It is weird, but it's like sometimes you find yourself in a
Yeah.
city that you're not in, or whatever, or someone buys you a ticket.
If you're gonna do it,
It is
you've
weird.
got to be open to making fun of yourself
Yes.
and look at how silly I look.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Anyway, bring back the Wizard Home Loans Cup is the news story here.
I don't think Wizard Home Loans exists anymore.
That's true.
Well, the Nub Cup then. Do it as a Nub Cup.
We could go. We got to pick a sponsor. What's the best sponsor we could
Just
have
go
for
Nab.
a preseason?
Nab
cup?
was doing it before.
Yeah, Nab is boring now. I reckon. Yeah, I
and
reckon.
also they had that Royal Commission.
Or the
That-
Barely
oh, they
Touched Him
did.
Cup.
Yeah.
the barely touched him cup.
Hey,
we
we're
could
fine
do.
with
Sponsor it.
We could go the Emu Export Cup. The
I'd like that. I like
I'd
that.
get around that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think they're a bit. The AFL's a bit touchy with alcohol.
that's true.
Look, we'll do it.
Sponsors.
The
We'll,
Pepsi Max Cup.
we'll do it. It's fine.
Pepsi. I like
I'd
that.
get around that. All right,
like
next
that.
bit of footy news item. What have we got, Joel? You got any?
Oh, I'd say we'll just go to bit of general news now and
Oh
sport. in
yeah,
general.
other sports
I
and
got
what
some
else is
general
happening in the world?
sports news. Pretty excited. Next week, the F1 comes back.
Yeah,
The
okay.
Bahrain GP.
Yep.
Actually, very excited about this.
Who's your tip to win the first race?
Tip to win the first race? Oh, it'd have to be Charles Leclerc for Ferrari.
Leclerc.
Yeah, but there's a lot to be excited about this season. I mean, Ricardo's out, which
Yep.
is very sad for the country. But our boy Oscar Piastri is in. He's,
Yeah, you were telling me about Oscar Piastri.
young Australian
yeah,
fella.
Yeah.
He's into McLaren to replace Ricardo, which is serendipitous. But a lot of the cars, they've just brought out their new paint jobs for the season. A lot of black. And it
Yep.
turns out everyone thought that the black looks sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
of
red
course,
goes
of
faster
course.
though, doesn't it?
Well, it's because with black you don't have to put paint on, so it's actually saving minimal amounts of weight.
Yeah, of course.
The Melbourne GP, which is the second or third race of the season, they've added an extra DRS zone, which
Yep.
means the cars are going to be going a lot faster, more overtakes. Very exciting.
That seems like a win to me. I'm not a Formula One fan. I'll get that out of the way. But
And Ferrari, the big thing for Ferrari is their team principal last year, Bonotto, was an idiot.
Yep.
Constantly made mistakes, just hamstrung Leclerc's run. He's fired. New guy in, from all accounts, very good.
Excellent.
So the challenge up top between the big three teams is going to be a lot closer than last year.
Will they drive fast though?
They will drive very fast.
That's all we want,
Yep,
isn't it?
yep.
That's all
Love
we
it.
want. You got other sporting news, Joel? Anything
Yeah.
about French surfers?
My word.
I'm gonna cop that.
I'm
eh?
gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google her like straight after.
Go for this. Alrighty, short guy wins the NBA dunk contest, which as
Yeah.
a start, he's 188 centimeters. Now I'm 5'4".
Yeah,
or I
you can't
thought
see.
I was.
You can't see on this video, and obviously you can't see on
How
the
big's
audio.
188?
I'm 188.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
big.
You're about
188
my height.
exactly.
I
I
might
think
be
you're
a
a
little
bit
bit
taller.
taller.
You're a little bit taller.
But the
yeah,
average NBA height is 198.
Yeah,
So
they're big
for
boys.
that, he's
Jesus.
small.
Yeah.
And the tallest being 224.
Was he white or was he
to
black?
put,
Yeah, white.
he was a white guy. Mac McClung or Mike. What is his name?
McClug or something. Yeah.
Macklemore won the NBA dunk contest.
Did he wear the coat?
Either way, he's the dunk was a sort of double 360 in the air with a two-hander. It was
720.
Awesome. That's the one. 720.
I played Tony Hawk.
For reference of like NBA players' heights, to go off on that tangent, Nick Nui
Yes.
is an inch shorter than LeBron James.
Jesus.
How hectic is that? Like, you think Nick Nat, when you go to watch a game at Optus Stadium and Nick Nat's playing, the first thing you think is, he is fucking massive.
Yeah, he's
he
big.
is huge.
But I've met Nick Nat in person.
Yeah.
He's an inch taller than me. He's
No, he's not.
He's way taller
He's
than
not.
you, Matt. No,
It's not that he's a gargantuanly tall person.
Yeah.
It's that he's a fairly regularly tall person, but he is massive.
he's more than an inch taller than you.
He's
I
not.
would die on that hill.
He's not.
I would die on that
He's not.
hill.
We'll
No,
search
no.
that up after this and
We'll
come back
search
to
it
next
up.
week.
We'll search it up. Way to ruin my fact, Corey, of the size. So you're saying LeBron James is only 2 inches taller than you?
That's full of shit.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem right.
Doesn't
does it?
seem right, does it? LeBron James is a fucking
Well, I met him.
massive. He's massive. The American football happened.
Oh, the Super
Yeah, the
Bowl.
Super Bowl happened. What did you think of Rihanna?
I was very drunk.
Boring.
I was very drunk. It was boring.
She was pregnant.
Yeah,
Well, they
but-
should have got someone that wasn't pregnant.
All right, look.
It was no. We're not shitting on people that are pregnant here before
No,
we
we're
get.
not.
I
cancelled
should
for
hope
that.
not. I should
But
hope
what
not.
I'm saying is, you saw other years when Eminem came out with all those other ones, and there was multiple people.
50
Yeah,
Cent.
It was just Rihanna.
Yeah, I
It was
thought
one person.
it wasn't the
creative.
it wasn't the best Super Bowl show I've ever seen, but sorry, the worst I've ever seen
No,
was
no, not the worst.
Black Eyed Peas was the worst. If you want entertainment of a shit Super Bowl halftime show, look up on YouTube the Black Eyed Peas performing at the Super Bowl. It is exceptionally shit, and I love them, but man, they were
There's another
awful.
one where it was some kind of all-star game where Fergie sang the
national anthem.
which is very bad.
Horrendous,
It's very
horrendous.
bad. I think she was high on
Yeah.
prescription meds.
She's
or
just
something.
high on Fergie all the time.
I met her
But the
once.
Chiefs, did you? Were you taller than her? Were you an inch taller?
Wow.
Where did you meet
was-
her,
she was actually
Corey?
very
Where
short.
did you meet
It
Fergie?
was at the airport. I was
Yeah?
working there. She was very, very short.
You worked
Yeah,
at
okay.
the airport. They'd let you near planes.
Yeah, they did.
I thought you would be an airport security guy. I can see you as border security.
No, he's the
border
one
force.
on border security.
But the Chiefs won. Patrick Mahomes
right, they did, yeah.
was very good. It was an entertaining game.
It was
Until the
entertaining.
last minute where
Yeah.
that call was shit.
Yeah, and
I didn't
also-
understand the call because I don't know the rules. Because
Yeah.
no one knows the rules.
No
over
one
here.
knows the
I
rules.
had,
But-
I had a big 8-leg multi that was looking to blow, and
Yeah,
I,
and
I
you
was,
just needed the
I was
Eagles to win.
I was celebrating.
Yeah.
I was celebrating. It was home free, and
Classic one leg fails.
It was not home free, and yeah, we lost it.
Again, gamble responsibly.
Gamble
Gamble
responsibly.
responsibly.
Just don't lose by a leg.
We don't
you know,
have to.
just
We don't have to say. We don't have.
yeah, no,
contractual
it goes without saying.
obligations.
It goes without saying. Anyway, any last little minute tidbits of news? We're just about an hour now. That's our little bit.
Next
What-
episode probably
wanna
have
chuck
more
it in?
news in
I've
it.
got
but
some general stuff, but it's not time specific.
That's
Can-
fine.
Can
that's
slot it
that's
in.
fine. Yeah,
slot
we
it
can,
in
we
later.
can we can slot it in. Anyway, I think that might be the first episode of the pod. I think we're all done. Well, thank you, lads. That was fun. On behalf of myself, Joel, Corey, and all of our boys,
And the
get them in
boys.
the shot. Get them in the shot. We've got Sam Flanders, we've got Paddy Parnell, and we've got Joe Richards. Thank you for tuning in to Barely Touched Him. We will see you next week. Have a good one.
Oh wow.
You got to play the theme, yeah, and the siren. Very good. That'll do.
cheers, boys.